When you're on universal credit, the government looks at your circumstances, including any income, childcare costs and your living arrangements, within a set monthly assessment period. The start of your assessment period is based on the date of your universal credit claim. Your circumstances at the end of that set period each month will determine your universal credit payment. This creates problems in two main ways. One relates to your work. If your paydays do not fall neatly within your assessment periods, the system might think you're earning more than you are and reduce your universal credit and associated support, or less than you are and apply the benefit cap, which sets a limit on how much you can receive in benefits when you're deemed to not have done enough paid work. For example, you might be paid early before Christmas and so have two paydays in one assessment period before Christmas, one at the beginning, say the 26th of November, and one at the end, say the 21st of December. Or you might be paid every 4 weeks and not quite earn enough in those 4 weeks to escape the benefit cap, even though you do earn enough if your pay is averaged out over the month. 2 relates to your housing and other circumstances. Because your living circumstances on the last day of your assessment period are what count, you might lose out on support for things like housing costs. Where you're living on the last day will determine what you'll get in housing support. If your rent is lower on the last day of the month, you'll only get help for the lower amount. This could mean losing hundreds of pounds and can even lead to rent arrears if you don't have enough money to pay the last bit of your previous more expensive rent. The current system doesn't allow people to change their assessment periods or to average their pay or their housing costs over a different period. We think measures to allow this are urgently needed to solve these problems and stop people losing out, being benefit capped when they shouldn't, or struggling to budget when their universal credit goes up and down unpredictably from one month to the next.